Hope everyone's doing well. My name is Doge and welcome to Stockaholics. Today we're going to be going over another gem on the Solana ecosystem. But before we get into all of that, if you could throw a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, join our Discord group, that would be greatly appreciated. And let's get this video rolling. So Sol or Solanium is currently sitting at $3.29, sitting at a market cap of 153 million, which is really low. Perfect for if you're looking for a 10-time gain potential. Has a circulating supply of 46 million, a total supply of 100 million, so 46% of the circulating supply is out currently. This is a finite and deflationary project. This will become more important when the supply is all in circulation because it makes the demand go up really high. Now what makes this project so interesting for myself is that it's one of the main utilities that we like to look for within our Discord group, mainly being an access point to really early projects. And when you get a little bit deeper into the crypto world, you want to find these projects on the ground floor, the ones that have 10,000% potential gains, the ones that nobody is in that you can get in before everyone else. And this is going to be where you can do that on the Solana ecosystem. Now it's powered by Solana through the Serum DEX with MEXC and Gate.io, which is going to be how we look at this chart coming up. Now we have almost $60 million worth staked, which is 14 million Slim, and the Slim LP is at 2.8 million. So there's an average APY of 55%, which is great. That's a high number. Now here are some current pools, some that are open right now and that you can invest in, some that are going to be coming up soon, as well as some pools that have already closed. And as you can see, if you were to get into Cropper Finance, for example, you would have been hitting almost 29th on your all-time high gain so far. And with Port Finance, you would have already been at 17 times gains. So these are real. Like, you can get a big gain on these, and it's only going to become more of a thing as Solana starts to grow more. This ecosystem is on fire right now, so you want to find these utilities that have the opportunity of huge gains. This thing does potentially have the chance of getting 100 times gains just because of what it's doing and the ecosystem it's on, who it's competing with, what they can offer. There's a lot of positive factors that go into this. Now they have a slim calculator, so you can go through here and type in the LP and how long you want to lock it for and how much money you'd be getting. So if I wanted to do, let's say, 1,500 Slim LP and 5,000 Slim, for a year, I could get around 8,750 Slim in that year period. There are a lot of people that are taking advantage of the staking leaderboard. You have people that are already making 588,000 Slim through staking. Insane numbers. That's in a year, in less than a year, 357 days. So those are the guys that got in really early on the ground floor. Taking a quick peek at the roadmap, this is starting on May 7, 2021, so it's a very early project. You're just getting into the Solanium pools and the Solanium staking live and the APY live and the pool launches. So on top of being able to get into these really early projects, this project itself is very early. Now one of the few ways you're going to be able to get to this and be able to buy this is through Gate.io, which is we're going to look at, and Radium, which is a video that we just did recently. I'm going to post the link at the top if you haven't had a chance to watch that Radium video. Please make sure you do so. It's another altcoin gem within the Solana ecosystem. Now the token staking is designed to reward the most loyal supporters, combining the stake amount with the lockup amount period. A smaller holder with a longer lockup can earn the same rewards as a big holder with a shorter lockup. Now each Solanium tier has a unique benefit. Every increase in tier also increases your chances in the lottery, while tier 4 and tier 5 users receive guaranteed allocation in launches. The Solanium platform and governance token that makes holders eligible for a wide range of benefits is going to be X-Slim. It's not tradable or transferable and can only be obtained by staking Slim or Slim LP tokens. That's going to drive the demand up even more. Now here's some of the companies that back up Solanium. A lot of big names: Rarestone Capital, Gemblock Capital, Serum, MEXC, Petrock Capital, Sneaky DC, Bitcoin Capital. So there's a lot of venture capital companies that are invested in this, and you're still getting access to this at under $200 million market cap, which is really low. Even at a $200 million market cap, you can 100 times and hit a $20 billion market cap. And at current prices, which we're not even at the all-time highs right now, you're talking about sitting around 14 or 15. So you're in the top 25. Now, if market cap goes up to, let's say, $8 trillion for the total market, that's not going to be anything. You'll probably be in the top 40, top 50 at that point if you're hitting a $20 billion market cap. So keep in mind that number is relative. As we grow, it's going to become less finite, but it is good to keep track of and make sure that you're watching for that and understand that when you're doing market cap, As the market cap grows as a whole, that number is going to change and the influence is going to change. Looking at the daily chart, I threw a long-term Fibonacci on here, and you can see we're making sort of a skyscraper right now. So as a long-term buyer, I would be waiting to see if we had some sort of retracement, because the Fibonacci, based on where we topped out, is saying that we can get down to $1.88, maybe $1.32 before we continue to move back up. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to actually see those prices, and that doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow, because this is a daily chart. This could take weeks to unfold, maybe even months, but it's something to watch out for. And if it's something that you're considering holding for, let's say, 5 to 10 years, you could get a better value on it and be doubling your staking and so on and so forth just from buying it at a better price. So it's worth the wait. Now, if you're looking at this from a short-term perspective and you want to look to get into a current trade, we're following this uptrend right now. We seem to be looking for a support hold on these EMAs, and as well as getting close to this trend support, where you can see we've gotten a couple candles, mostly wicks in this general area before price started to move back up. So what we're looking for here for a short-term trade is for price to hold, maybe break down a little bit lower beyond this trend line and start to pull back up with support confirmation. That's when you can start to look for an entry. And when you're looking for entries, make sure to use volume as your friend. Volume doesn't lie, but price action will. Momentum and oscillators and everything like that are great, but they are oscillators, which means that they're delayed. So when they actually tell you that things happen, so for example, when it tells you about a death cross, it really is telling you that the death cross already happened and you already missed it if you're seeing it on an EMA. So don't get caught watching them too long. As we were talking about earlier, if this project wants to continuous uptrends and wants to push, let's say, 10 times, you're talking about $30 per token. You're currently sitting at $3 per token. One thing that's worrying me on the hourly is this major red volume that we're seeing on the volume chart. We want to see more green coming in, and it's never a good thing to see the downtrend getting more volume than the uptrend, especially when you're stalling out here. It's really easy for this to break under this trend line and start to move down. So this is going to wrap up our video on Solanium. If you guys haven't had a chance to already, please make sure to throw a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. All of that would be greatly appreciated, and we'll catch you on the next one.